Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and some huge revelations from Greg McCabe in a released fire. We're also going to be looking at ticker symbol KORE, which is one of the calls in the weekly watch list, currently up over 120% on the previous 5 days. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, from Yahoo Finance, we can see that the stock market is down overall. The Dow Jones, the S&P 500, all sliding as Wall Street wraps up for 2024. So we have not had a Santa rally. From Bloomberg, we can also see that US stocks bonds are dropping as the year comes to an end, and the dollar is also looking to have the best year since 2015. Gold is up approximately 27% on the year. And in other news, in terms of tech stocks, again, overall mostly red. And I think one of the biggest drops we've seen is MicroStrategy, currently down close to 43% from the high. And all of those are in the red right now. And earlier I shared a post from Insign who stated here, MMAT, something is going to happen in 1 hour and 15 minutes from now. And if we have a look at the website, it is now back live. It is the old website, and it's not obviously updated with any significant information, so we will keep an eye out on what happens there. And again, I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. And in terms of the overall markets, the best performing overall market for across the world was the Nasdaq, up close to 30% over the year. The S&P 500 did exceptionally well, 23.8% compared to the Nikkei, DAX, Hang Seng and the UK FTSE, and hopefully the next year will also be much better. So I'm going to start by having a look at ticker symbol KORE, also known as Core, and this is a stock that we added to our current weekly watch list. And we stated here that the recent new NYSE listing compliance has obviously been accepted, and there has also been news with regard to improving revenue. So in terms of the company profile from the investor relations page, we can see here that Core is a pioneer, leader and trusted advisor delivering mission-critical IoT solutions and services. They empower organizations of all sizes to improve operational and business results by simplifying the complexity of IoT. So nice profile there in terms of the company. And the news shared in the Discord was first of all with regard to the NYSE acceptance plan to regain listing compliance, and other positive news was with regard to earnings. So in terms of the earnings, we have a look at the highlights for the third quarter 2024. We can see here revenue has been increasing, so from a previous 68.6 million to 68.9 million. But I think what's probably the most interesting change here is the net loss. There was an 80% decrease, so from a net loss of 95.4 million to a net loss of 19.4 million. So this is an 80% decrease, which is actually means an 80% improvement, and hopefully in the next year they can move into profitability. We can see that free cash flow was a negative 5.1 million, and also an improvement there of $6 million. So it is a high risk, high reward stock, but it has been doing exceptionally well. So if we have a look at the chart right now for today, up in excess of 15% at $3.14, and also in terms of momentum of the previous 5 days, it's up in excess of 112% at $3.14. And again, especially when you're trading stocks like these, it's always important to protect your profits, use a stop loss, and also take profits when you can, because obviously these are extremely volatile. Let's now have a look at MMTLP, and what Mike here stated is, I have a feeling that we are about to get some great news with regard to MMTLP. I certainly hope that's true, but there has also been some important news and important information shared by Guess Who, and this is with regard to Greg McCabe and the correspondence with University Lands. And what Guess Who has stated is, first of all, it's important to reveal the truth behind what happened. With Nextbridge Hydrocarbons and the university land lease negotiations, Greg McCabe has been making every effort to come to an agreement with the parties, and these parties obviously are the university lands. And she feels that the email being attached is telling more with regard to the levels that Mr. McCabe went to salvage the deal. I believe and I certainly hope that these negotiations are still ongoing, and I've not heard otherwise. And the levels that trapped short investors went to destroy the negotiations and defame both Greg McCabe and Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. So there has been some important revelations here in the correspondence that we're going to have a look at. So summarized by Guess Who is also goes on to say, I believe the parties that likely made the decision do not move forward are the top two on the university lands leadership team. So these include the CEO Bill Murphy and also the SVP of operations Richard Brantley. Again, not confirmed, that's just an opinion. And did they just take the trapped short investors' word? We will have to wait and see. And quotation here from Greg McCabe is that the board and I made this decision to go private in an effort to escape a broken system that encourages the destruction of public companies via short and distort campaigns. We have been battling these attacks for the last 5 years. I'm assuming he's going back to the previous TRCH, and our very act of going private has trapped some bad actors with significant financial exposure. So words there from Greg McCabe, and he goes on to say it appears they believe that the only solution is to bankrupt Nextbridge Hydrocarbons to make their problems go away. And in an effort to crush the company, these pathetic bottom feeders have put on a full-fledged attack against the company, against the board and against the management. And he goes on to say the attack started with a vicious social media campaign, frivolous lawsuit, and now has been escalated to multiple anonymous threats via text and emails. And he states here these include a threatening email sent to him about his daughter-in-law. Again, that's certainly very, very worrying. And he goes on also to say trapped short investors have contacted university lands, allegedly, should we say, in an attempt to convince you that Nextbridge Hydrocarbons is a fraud and that the asset has no value. The CEO of Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, this is depending on Guess Who, has been doxxed, the family has been stalked, and other higher ups were intimidated to the point that they left their positions. So we do know that many people left Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, and they are currently running on the absolute minimum number of staff, and Greg McCabe is also taking on the role as the CEO, and I believe this is also without any financial payment or compensation or salary in that role. So Greg McCabe has proven he made every effort to the university land leases. The powers that be at the university lands opted to delay, ignore the campaign and destroy Nextbridge Hydrocarbons and Greg McCabe. So there is an image there sharing all the information, and that has been summarized. But one thing I'd like to share with you is something that I myself also picked up, and a quotation I'm going to share with you here from Greg McCabe in this correspondence is he stated here, which I think is certainly interesting. I am simply asking for an opportunity to beat these Wall Street criminals, allowing me to prove once and for all that the Oro Grande is a new major basin discovery and will accomplish this goal. So it looks like they are looking to deny him this opportunity. So the questions I want to ask, who are these Wall Street criminals? And I do think Gary Gensler knows them all. So response from Busy is what are the odds that Greg McCabe goes after these people? And this could be for tortious interference, and that is a common law in tort, and he's also talking about potential breach of contract. And a response here from Gandalf is that, first of all, one question, why are short sellers working so hard to disrupt the university land leases from Nextbridge Hydrocarbons if there is no oil to begin with? And that post that I've read out from myself certainly indicates that Greg McCabe knows that there is something out there. And again, finally, if you would like to get more details of that, go ahead and check out the post. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.